Well, joining me now is Husam Zomlot, head of the Palestinian mission to the UK, who was born in Gaza. Ambassador, thank you for joining us. Does the Palestinian Authority want Hamas to take this deal?
Well, what the state of Palestine and the government of the state of Palestine and the Palestinian people want is to end this genocide. We do not expect a pause of genocide. This is unheard of. Genocide must be stopped immediately, and we know how to do that. We need to exert maximum pressure, not just give lip service. The international community has a responsibility to undertake to stop this 21st century live stream genocide.
So nobody, a temporary ceasefire doesn't do it.
There is no war in Gaza. War happens between two armies, my friend. There is no war in Gaza. And for the last 600 days, the world has seen that this is a campaign of mass murder, mass destruction, mass starvation of an entire people. This must stop unconditionally. I mean, this is not subject.
But that's not on offer, is it, right now?
It must be on offer. You asked me what is our position. Yeah. We need this to stop, the genocide to end and stop permanently, not a pause for 60 days. We need to make sure that aid and food and all the basic needs are delivered unhindered immediately via the international community and the UN, not via any other mechanisms. And we need to make sure that the Gaza is rebuilt in the shortest span. There is a plan on the table. There is an Arab summit that has adopted the plan. We know what to do. We know how to link Gaza with the West Bank under one political system. And we know how to make sure that the Netanyahu plan of mass transfer is faced by all of us, is challenged by all of us. And I've just seen your report that about the groups who blocked the aid, calling them extreme. I'm hearing lots of the conversations as if Netanyahu is the problem. Netanyahu is the product of an Israeli society, by and large, that have shifted to the right. And now, collectively, as an international community, we need to think what to do, what actions to be.
We've also reported this week about opposition within Israel to what's going on.
Good, and it's growing. But we need to help this opposition by making sure that the right actions are taken. Full arms embargo now. We are hearing lots from London, from Paris, about possible action. We need it now. People are dying by the hundreds.
Well, do you think things are shifting in Europe? I mean, we're hearing a slight increase in the language.
Discourse, yes. Rhetoric, yes. But the actions that have been taken so far are by far not enough to stop a genocide that are transmitted to our screens every day. It's not talks of trade that needs to be suspended. It is trade altogether that must be suspended. The UK and the US and other Western powers are still sending weapons to a country that is committing genocide and now standing trial at the ICJ. That's the highest world court for the crime of genocide. There are sanctions that need to be imposed not on individual settlers or some organizations, but on the entire ecosystem of the settlement enterprise and the state that sponsors them. There is a list of things, including the immediate recognition of the state of Palestine. I still hear some Western politicians, including UK ministers, who still saying this risks, listen to this, even the foreign secretary yesterday in an interview, what Israel is doing in Gaza risks violating international law. Seriously? Seriously? We are still using this language and we are still giving lip service? It is the responsibility of contracting parties of international system to take immediate, tangible steps to stop this genocide.
And when every Israeli minister or ambassador says this could stop tomorrow, hand over the hostages, do you believe that?
If Netanyahu and Israel really wanted the hostages, they would have been home by now. There was an agreement, a US proposed...
Well, they're being held by Hamas.
...ceasefire in January that would have seen all hostages home by now. And we always said there are hostages in the Israeli...
But that leaves Hamas in place, doesn't it? You know?
There are thousands of Palestinian hostages taken by the Israeli oppressive regime. There are 3,600 Palestinians now in Israeli jail that are held without trial, without charge. They are hostages.
Do you agree with our previous
so yes, we need to
who says, you know, Hamas need to be given a way to leave? You know, is the logical conclusion of Hamas handing over power that they are no longer there in Gaza, that they are somewhere else?
What needs to leave?
Or can they stay?
What needs?
Because if they stay, then won't they have influence?
We have agreed, it's a consensus, that no political faction in Palestine will have any role in governance. Fatah, Hamas, anybody.
What will they be doing?
Whatever they will be doing, Gaza and the West Bank will be under one united government. That government will be answered to the legitimate representation of Palestine.
And do you believe, honestly, that those senior Hamas commanders
the unity of the
can
Palestinians
stay in Gaza and not wield power?
What needs to leave is the Israeli occupation. It is the soldiers. It is the boots. It is all this military might that is committing mass slaughter as we speak now in Palestine. And this is not just the story of the last 600 days.
But just answer that
The last
question.
600 days have been very well reported.
That those people who are military commanders and political leaders can stay in a very small place and not wield effective influence and power.
Well, Israel claims every single day that they have killed 30,000. And their estimates of Hamas military and members. So their estimates before, that was the total number of Hamas. What Israel has been doing, and we have warned you, remember, and the world from the beginning, they are targeting the Palestinian people. We want that to stop. This isn't about Hamas. This has been the case for 77 years. An Israeli relentless campaign to ethnically cleanse Palestine of its inhabitants, to replace the Palestinian people. And you're talking about the West Bank. See what is happening in the West, I'm sorry, you're talking about Gaza. See what is happening in the West Bank. See what Ben Gvir did in Jerusalem, in Al-Aqsa Mosque only a few hours ago. You will know that this isn't about Gaza only. This isn't about Hamas only. This is about an ideology that is 77 years old, that seeks one thing. It seeks the annihilation, extermination, replacement of the Palestinian people. And that's why I started by saying we need not to focus only on Netanyahu. We need to focus on how do we bring Israel to an international vision where we can finally uproot the root cause of this and achieve peace.
Thank you very much indeed for coming in.